Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat. Just one of those seeing-eye base hits through the infield. It just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Pedro Rivera, the next Cub to hit. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in safely. Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. That clips the zone. 0-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead.
Batting third, first base.
So he gets two milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes a special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
So digging in, Howard Turner.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Runner takes off for third. Ball outside. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. That one is absolutely belted. And it's foul. The 1-2. Got him.
And there's one away.
And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
And now it's even up.
Ball.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. And a pitch. Top of the zone for a called strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a three-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
The lefty, the 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that one a little below the knees. 2-1. Rivera on third with 2 out. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate.
2 strikes. Full count.
Squirts away a little bit. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on. Back now at Oriole Park. And today's starting pitcher, Omar Hannon. Unbelievable season for him last year, Chris?
Well, indeed. I mean, he finished the season last year with an ERA just over 1. I mean, you're talking about to be under 2 is an elite type of pitcher, and to be just over 1 and have the success that he had, but to have it consistently. You can't go out there and have a blow-up outing or 2 and expect to be able to reach that low of a number at the end of the year. So that just tells you this guy's focus, his resiliency, and his ability to go out there and repeat his delivery. That's why he's elite. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Grounder might be 2. Whips it to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run.
23.
They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Leo Feliz stands in now and watches strike 1. That one misses, and it's 1-1. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. Probably ruled a pass ball as the runner moves up to third. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
No, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back. All you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball, and you got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big 2-out hit.
And now Richard Chu. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Runner at third, 2 away. And it's even up. And that one wrapped foul. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Richard Paz stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Move to first, and he's back in easily. tripped up, foul territory behind the plate. Brings it in, and that is that. But they pick up one run on the RBI single, all even at one apiece. New inning getting started. Now the Cubs catcher Joe Brandon.
29.
Mortero back to work. That one in there across the letters. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
And that's downstairs and outside. Pitch misses, and a full count now. This to third, Feliz. Zips it to first.
He's out.
One out in the second. And now Joe Brandon.
Shortstop, number 28.
Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here's the second baseman, Joe Brandon, looking for his first big league hit right here.
Ball.
And that one upstairs, ball one. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2.
2-2.
In the dirt. And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Joe Brandon with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but
that one out to right. Ono gets under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and a 2-1 ball game now.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And the batter now, Carlos Feliz. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Brandon off of first with 2 away. In the dirt. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Ono snags it on the run. A run on 2 hits and they leave 1. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 2 and the Orioles 1. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Kakai Rios.
Number 21.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Hannon, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seamer, a splitter, and occasionally mixes in the slur. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. That
That's
one
a ball.
missed. That one
Ball
misses.
four. Take
So
the
a
base.
leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot.
That is
Hitter didn't
seven.
offer at it.
Second
Now he has somebody to
baseman.
worry about over at first.
Now it's the second baseman,
Hinojosa.
C.J. Hinojosa. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. There's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That
No,
one missing inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Out towards right center field, rolls. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting 8th, left fielder, number 49.
Here's the left fielder, Colin Moore.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
That's in there. Strike one. Man at first, one away. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Foul ball there. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Oh, right to the backstop. Reels into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Man, it's so tough to adjust and catch up to a good fastball inside when all you're getting throughout an entire at-bat are pitches away. You're telling yourself, just let the ball travel so you can protect that outside corner of the plate. Then you get completely tied up. That right there was a great pitch for the punch-out.
And here's the first baseman, Joe Brandom. Right through there for a strike. Two outs and one in scoring position. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit out of the right center. Headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up. And it's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now here is Thomas Whitaker.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. 2-2 game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Now it's going to be 30. Pedro Rivera. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now the first baseman, Howard Turner. He's 0 for 1. Pickoff move to first.
No,
back in safe, really close. First offering, and it just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Rivera gets his lead at first, nobody out. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Slice the other way and foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2-2.
That's hard hit on the line. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Now batting, number 47.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Frazier digs in now. His first at-bat was a strikeout.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
Fastball is outside.
No.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. In comes the run from third. It's 3-2.
Everything came together for him.
Now
Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
1 out. Runner at second. Rolls. Getting ready to hit.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And there's a ball. Up the middle, Hinojosa handles, throws to first, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 29.
Joe Brandom, the next Cub to hit. Grounded out his first time up. There's a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 3 and the Orioles 2. As we go to the last of the third, and into the box for Baltimore, Jared Ono. Ono goes 5 feet 7 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and he's usually a shortstop, but today he's starting in the outfield. Swing and a ball popped in the air.
Now batting, number 23.
So up next, Leo Feliz.
And that's in for a strike.
It's 0-1. Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Brings it in. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, number 29.
Next is the designated hitter, Richard Chu.
RBI single his last time up. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count. I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure.
Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. No throw, safe at second. Tying run in scoring position here in the last half of the third. And that's down and away.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Stepping in, Richard Paz. Runner at second, 2 down. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
Here's a 1-1.
Yeah.
Ono at third with 2 away. Just missed the inside corner, and the count now even up.
2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got an RBI triple.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Rios, the next to hit for the Orioles, worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Two outs. Swinging a foul out of play. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That clips the corner. Two outs with a runner at third. Right side. Random. Tosses to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But the Orioles get an RBI triple. We're tied now with 3 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Baltimore, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Joe Random. Just missed.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
This one in the air. Feliz settles under it. Hauls it in for the out.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense. And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Ono on his way in. Makes the grab for the second out. And next for the Cubs, Joe Random. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Right through there for a strike. And that's a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Struck him out looking. Cubs are down quietly. Score remains tied at 3. Bottom 4 and into the box for Baltimore. C.J. Hinojosa.
C.J. Hinojosa.
And there's a foul ball. Swings and misses. That is strike 2. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, It's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Moore, the next to hit, takes outside. One out, base is empty. There's a strike. That's off the mark, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Check swing. Now to look down to first. And Ed Drummond right on it, says he held up. And there's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Number 6.
Man at first with 1 gone. And here's the first baseman, Joe Brandom. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Trying to move him over here. Cannon over to second. Over to first. Safe.
Now batting, number 28.
Thomas Whitaker, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Fought off foul.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Next offering upstairs. Random leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for the Orioles. Still tied 3-3. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Mortero back to work. To the right side, Hinojosa. On to first. 1 away here in the 5th.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Pedro Rivera will hit next. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fastball for a strike.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Oh no, hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And up next for Chicago, Howard Turner. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Swing and a pop-up. Mortero. But the second baseman calls him off. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Jared Ono.
Right fielder, number 53.
In the air on the infield. Random under it. 1 down.
Now batting, number 23.
Here's the third baseman, Leo Feliz. That misses. 1-0. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Leo Feliz with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Runner on at first with one gone. Richard Chu now at the plate. Check swing, called strike. Swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. Adam Cunningham up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Random also getting ready. Next offering is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
And now it's going to be Richard Paz. Off the mark there, and that's ball 1. And strike 1 to the catcher.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Feliz, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Backed off the plate that time.
Full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Kakai Rios in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And down on strikes he goes, and he's up to 7 strikeouts. So 1 hit is all they get. We're through 5, all tied up at 3 apiece. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Chris Gill.
Now pitching
Eric
for the
Fraser
Orioles.
digs in now.
Number 44.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
No
Good
strike.
spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Next offering is fouled back. Outside low, 2-1. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Bernardo Casillas, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. The other way, and he boots it. Still manages a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get
Now
the out.
batting, number 12.
Grant rolls. The next to hit. Gill measures 6 feet 4 inches, 23 years old, and he was born in Canada. First pitch misses. Fouled off down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Off the plate, and that's ball 3.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
One down, base is empty. That's to third. Phillies jump throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Now batting, number 29.
And here's the catcher, Joe Brandon. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
One strike.
2 outs, base is empty. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. All tied up at 3 apiece.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Adam Cunningham. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
21.
Rios in the box now. No balls and a strike.
You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen. And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
1-2.
And a curve misses outside. And a count 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Up the middle, random. Throw to first, and it pulls him off the bag.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
C.J. Hinojosa, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Looked like it was a little bit up. Just missed. swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's one down.
Now batting, number 49.
And next for the Orioles, Colin Moore. He is struck out and he is walked. And fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
That misses. Ball one.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the sixth. Got him swinging for the K. And the runner holds.
Now batting.
Now here is
Number
Joe
6.
Brandon. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here is Thomas Whitaker. Hit in the air, left field, and that will end the inning. 2 left on. 7th inning coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for the
back. We're in the
Orioles.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Joe.
Number
So digging in, Jared Ono. 1 for 3. Now a screamer into the outfield. Frazier makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield.
Now
You're trying to get on base,
number
represent
23.
that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
Phillies, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
And a foul ball. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Random moving under this one. 2 away now.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those
Number
eyes can get
29.
really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Richard Chu. That's in for a strike. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one hit to right. Rolls. Brings it in for the 3rd out. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Carlos Feliz. Random back to work. Out in front and foul to the left side.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Bernardo Casillas, the left-hander, up and throwing. Jensen warming up as well. Ripped to first, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Rivera in the box now, takes strike one. Ripped, but it curls foul. Outside low. Now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2 down. So up next, Howard Turner. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That one off the bad part of the bat. Just a lazy fly ball. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that'll do it.
Now pitching for the Chicago
On the mound now,
Cubs,
Franklin Melendez.
number 74.
Here's the catcher,
Leading off
Richard
for the
Paz.
Orioles, catcher, number 52.
Ball one there. Close, but called a ball. Now 2-0.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And now, Kakai Rios. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
And now 1-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
That misses the zone. Ball 2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Hinojosa in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Lined in the left center, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Colin Moore, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 1. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Oh, trouble with the fastball. It gets away from him. Probably ruled a pass ball as the runner moves up to third.
Well, they're setting this guy up to fail, putting him into the toughest defensive position to play on the field, in my opinion. And when things like this happen, it's kind of what you expect.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Orioles we're back.
Now
And on the mound is the
pitching for the
closer,
Orioles.
Babe Jensen.
Number 30.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Eric
Leading off for
Fraser.
the Cubs, left fielder, number 47.
Down the line, and it's foul. Next offering is in for a strike. Upstairs. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And now the right fielder, Grant
number
rolls.
12.
Just missed. And there's the strike. All tied up here at the top of the ninth. Next offering upstairs.
2-1.
Late on that fastball.
2-2.
Ground ball up the middle. Hinojosa in plenty of time to first, and that quickly 2 away. Joe Brandom, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And fires in a fastball at 95. Jensen, just 19 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2025. Fires over to first. And that is that. Nothing across here this half. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back now at Oriole Park. And now the first baseman, Joe Brandom. And that is out of play. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Domingo Delgado up and throwing. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Thomas Whitaker, the next to hit for the Orioles. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Out to center. Feliz should have this one. And there are 2 outs. Jared Ono
now
getting ready to hit.
Number 53.
Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And that's off the inside edge. And 1-1. Got him looking. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the shortstop, Joe Brandom. Bunting, and he pops it up. And that's just foul. Man at second. And a sac bunt here. Whips it across. And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out. Joe Brandom, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite them?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical, and you want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
Two on, one out. And that one fouled off.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And a good eye there.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
That one at 95, missed up top. 2-2. With the go-ahead run at third, here in the top half of the 10th. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and they lead it in the 10th. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Left field, way back there. And that one hops the wall. And in its second with an RBI double.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move.
Now pitching
John
for the
Hamill
Orioles.
takes over on the mound.
Huge
Number
opportunity
17.
to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have to make some great pitches to work out of this jam, though.
And here is Pedro Rivera.
No ball. One strike.
And a foul ball. Gets a piece and stays alive. And he grounds one to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And the batter now, Howard Turner. That one the other way. Base hit. One run is in. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores. Runner at first with two away. Now the left fielder, Eric Fraser. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Moore under this one. And makes the grab. And that is that. So 4 runs. Back here in Baltimore.
Leading off
We're in
for the
extras
Orioles,
here. Now the third baseman, Leo
number
Feliz.
23.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
A little bit high. And now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Coming home, here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. It's 7-4. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Franklin Melendez will depart.
Pitching for the
So they turn to their closer, Domingo Delgado.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Next to hit, Richard Chu. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground, and they can roll him up for 2.
Hit on the ground might be 2. To second, there's 1, and that's all they'll get.
Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the sure out, keep the run out of scoring position.
Now the Orioles catcher, Richard Paz. Line drive, base hit right field. Throw into third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke. Really important at bat coming up now.
Next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And that one missing low.
That's a really good take.
High fly ball out into left center field. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's now a 2-run game.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Hinojosa can't hold up, and that's a strike. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out.
Ball.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. The tying run at the plate. Lifted to left, and this should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs even this series up at a game apiece.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras in.